Now, firstly, I'd like to clarify, I have no hate against new Minecraft. I just believe the last few updates have been lackluster at best, with the last good update in my opinion being the cave update, which was unfortunately split into two different updates, being 1.17 and 1.18, and even on the second release, they still didn't have items, mobs, and structures that they promised, such as the Warden and Archaeology, which was added in later updates, but at least they were added. Unlike the Firefly, this mindset by Mojang has ruined some of the recent updates for people with the major delays and not adding what they promised, but I believe 1.21 is finally different. Now, to get to the actual video, how 1.21 could save Minecraft. Only yesterday, I believed that this update was going to be like the previous few, just another bland update with no interesting or unique items and mobs, but I admit I was completely wrong, especially when I saw today's snapshot. But firstly, let's go back to the announcement. When 1.21 was announced, all they showed was the addition of the Armadillo, bringing wolf armor, and a few other minor changes along with it, being the new copper block, but most notably would be the crafter. But we'll get to those later. As the snapshots were being released, they added more and more changes, same as every other update, but compared to the last few, it was finally adding cool and Minecrafty items and mobs, such as the Breeze, which on release didn't seem that interesting. People believed it'd be another random useless mob, like the Allay or Sniffer. That was until they actually gave it a drop. The Wind Charge. Finally, a new Minecraft item that changed not only single-player worlds, adding new mobility, but also PvP, with it granting the ability to give knockback, and not only to enemies, but also to yourself, allowing you to traverse up walls and hit never-seen-before MLGs, if timed right. But that wasn't the only mob they added. Also, the Bogged, which yes, could just be deemed as another skeleton reskin, with just a different arrow, such as the Stray, which to be fair, it is. But it adds more variety to places such as the swamps, giving more unique mobs to biomes that aren't updated. Talking about variety and biomes that aren't updated, how could we not talk about the Armadillo 2023 mob vote winner? Although having not much hype at the start with everyone believing the mob vote was rigged and that the crab should have won, I think it's fair to say that this mob was what the game needed, with it not only adding wolf armor, which takes 100% of the damage your wolf takes until broken, but meant that they also finally added new wolf variants for each biome, and keeping the old wolf as well. We got the old pale wolf just being the original wolf, and getting the woods wolf, ashen wolf, black wolf, chestnut wolf, rusty wolf, spotted wolf, striped wolf, and snowy wolf. As you can probably see, this is the update that I am most passionate about. Finally, variety and updates with a mob that's been the exact same since Beta 1.4, over a decade ago. This update also added some major changes to Redstone that the community has also been asking for, with the addition of the Crafter, which can be used to craft items without the use of the player, allowing for way more efficient farms, such as a gold farm, allowing the nuggets to be converted to blocks, and the obvious ability to craft items, which would be useful in item sorters and storage, which is revolutionary, and I don't think we've seen an update to Redstone this big since the Skulk sensor, and I would confidently say that this is significantly more useful than that. But that's not all. Before I mentioned how they gave a new use to copper, that being a load of new copper blocks, stairs, doors, and trapdoors, giving the ability to chisel and grate the copper blocks, and if you want to get mass amounts of these blocks, or even just regular copper, you can, with the new structure, the Trial Chambers, which contain two of the previous mobs that I mentioned before, being the Breeze and the Bogged, giving players a reason to locate this new structure, adding some much-needed new exploration, except this time with a purpose. When players locate a trial chamber, they can find a new block, being the trial spawner, where you fight waves of mobs. These mobs range from the Bogged, the Breeze, and even previously added mobs, such as silverfish and slimes, and more, in return for a chance to get a trial key, which can be used on another new block, the Vault. When unlocked, the Vault can grant many wanted items, most notably being diamond tools, armor, enchanted books, and even the rare enchanted golden apple. To conclude, I made this video to help some people open their eyes, as I've seen many people talk about how Minecraft is dying or Mojang is lazy, which some points they make are correct when talking about the previous few updates and how they didn't seem to add as much useful additions as they used to. But this update will be the one to change that. With all the additions I've mentioned previously, I'm certain this update will be amazing, as even now it's not finished, and I assume there will be even more new additions to come over the next few months before the full release. And I didn't mention some other interesting additions, such as the new commands that have put some new eyes on Minecraft. such as slash tick, allowing the player to slow down and speed up the entire game, including the player, and the ability to change your reach and scale using slash attribute. These commands can be utilized in new ways that could have never been used before. This is the update we needed, and I hope that people will give it a shot and popularize Minecraft in some form at least. Anyway, aside from that, thank you all for watching. These videos do take a while to make, so it would really mean a lot if you subscribed. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.